I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and I am sitting next to the beautiful, stunning queen, Kennedy Lyons, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Trash.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to have you. You're so bubbly and fun and literally gorgeous.
Oh, you're nice. You're so nice.
This is going to be so fun. Well, I stalked you. Like I was telling you, I was trying to figure out like little small details. And I was like, you are actually a perfect human being.
Oh my gosh.
Like, no, like you're a real life Barbie. Like full on. You are every Utah guy's dream.
No.
Blonde, blue eyes, BYU. Like you're the dream. Like your husband scored. He scored. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
You're like, I'm not going to say no.
I'm not going to refuse it,
but no, Kennedy, I need to know everything about you. So we need to dumpster deep dive.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Sorry to interrupt, but today's episode is brought to you by Spearmint Love. Spring is finally here and Easter is just around the corner. Whether you're planning adorable Easter basket surprises, a family brunch, or just want to freshen up your little one's wardrobe for the season, Spearmint Love has the sweetest spring styles to make every moment extra special. You guys already know how much I love their super soft bamboo and organic waffle sets, but they have a bunny print that is seriously so cute for Easter and spring. It's a must-have for Easter morning or family photos. They also have classic pink, blues, and neutral tones for the perfect spring refresh. And if you're looking for sibling matching sets, they've got you covered. Spearmint Love has all the cutest spring and Easter outfits and the softest high quality fabrics. Spearmint Love is more than just a baby boutique. It is a trusted name in the baby and family space, loved for exclusive aesthetic collections and premium essentials. From their headquarters in sunny Arizona, they ship fast so you can have your seasonal favorites right on time. Visit spearmintlove.com and you can use code WEEKLYTRASH for an exclusive 25% off your order. That's right, 25% off. Use code WEEKLYTRASH at spearmintlove.com. And thank you, Spearmint Love, for sponsoring today's episode. Okay, Kennedy, where are you from?
I am originally I'm from Arizona.
Okay.
I grew up in Scottsdale until I was about like 10, 11, and then I moved to Mesa.
Okay, and then what brought you to Utah? School?
So, kind of. I originally went to school in California. I went to Pepperdine.
I saw that.
Yes, love.
Dream school.
Dream.
Why? Like, was that your like dream school growing up?
No, I feel like growing up I never had a dream school. I always like dreamed of college. Like that was huge in my family.
Yeah.
But I had never heard of Pepperdine, and then my dad had mentioned it to me, and I was like, the beach, it's a great school. It's not where I'm from. Sign me up. Like, I want to go. And I like didn't want to go to Utah because a lot of people from my high school go to Utah. Yeah. And I was like, please no. So I went to California, but my freshman year of college was COVID. So I got sent home.
Oh.
And so then like Pepperdine was online for a really long time. I was like, okay, it's kind of too expensive to go there and not be on the beach.
Yeah, no,
that was the point.
It's literally very expensive.
Yeah, it's scary expensive.
No,
like
it's
bad.
kind of the dream school because I played soccer growing up, and that's where everybody would like say they wanted to go play soccer. Was
the
Pepperdine.
soccer is insane there.
Like it's so good. Okay, well we'll go back a little bit then. So you went to high school in Arizona.
Yes.
And basically grew up all in Arizona until you came to Utah for college. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in high school, what kind of girl was Kennedy? Were you raised religious?
Yes. So I was raised, both my parents are LDS.
Okay.
So yeah, I was born and raised religious. Teenage years, I wish I could tell you what kind of girl I was. I was all over the place.
Okay.
I did badminton, I did tennis, I did cross country. I was the mascot my senior year. Like
you were the mascot?
Yeah. And I don't know really why. I just
wait, like
did
you
it.
wore like
I was
the
a toro.
costume.
I was a bull. Full-blown bull.
Wait, I love you so much for that. Like that's iconic.
No, it's so okay. Honestly, I think the real reason I did it is Zach was on the football team.
Okay, is that your husband?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm jumping. No, but yeah, Zach was on the football team. The mascot position opened up, and I was like, "Sign me up, I'm gonna do it."
Like I don't want to be a cheerleader. I want to be a mascot.
I have nothing to lose. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's amazing.
It was so fun.
Did it stink?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Like
it was really gross and really hot.
Like
really
you
hot.
had to wear that the whole game.
The whole game. And like the drive there. Because like where would I put it on?
Wait, no, I'm actually dead. Do you have like pictures of you?
I do.
Oh my gosh, you need to send them to me. And I need to like put them in our post when I post you.
Please do. Because it's me sweaty and disgusting in a costume.
No, that's amazing. That is actually amazing.
And the thing about me, it's like because I didn't do like cheer or anything, it's not like I could do a flip or a split or anything. It was just me being like, hoorah, and like running around the whole time. Yeah.
And just taking pictures with little kids.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, okay. So this is kind of how it started. I wanted to do it. And I was like, but I'm scared to do this alone. So I had a good friend and I'm like, do you want to be the mascot with me? And
just alternate?
Well, I was like, no, come with me. I was like, because there was a ancient like mascot outfit from 19 who knows when. And like some, I don't know, like student council had mentioned it. So I was like, I'm going to find it. It's vintage. I was like, you can wear a vintage costume. Like, it's going to be great. So I found that like in the depths of some closet somewhere and I forced her to wear it. And hers was worse. Hers was way worse. She's a good friend for that. So we both were the Toro mascot together. And the kids were ruthless. They were trying to like rip off my head. We were wearing like basketball shorts ripping them off. I'm like terrified. I'm like, I'm so scared right now of these tiny children.
I'm dead. I'm trying to think who was my mascot. I like forget that someone has to wear that costume. Like it's not just like a real life mascot.
Not that an actual bull out there.
It's actually someone in there and it's someone who goes to my school.
Yeah. Like someone's popping it and locking it on the field.
That's so crazy. So were you popular in high school then?
I don't know how to describe what I was. Like,
okay.
I don't really know. Cause like I never had that, like, I don't know. Friends were always just hard. Like I was a part of like this semi-friend group. But like I wasn't really invited very often, but like I was kind of in the group chat, but then like they'd make plans outside of it and I wasn't really invited unless I asked to go.
Gotcha.
And then when I started dating Zach, he was friends with all of them. So that like, then I got invited a lot because I was like dating him. But then once we stopped dating, I like wasn't really invited. So I'd like try and find people from like different schools or just hang out with my family. Yeah. So I don't know, like I had friends and like chatted with a lot of people. But like also people didn't really invite me places. I don't know.
It's because they were jealous of you, Kennedy. That's the thing. They are so pretty. They're like, we can't have her around. She's gonna steal all the boyfriends.
See, I don't think it was that. I think it was more of like they were all born and raised together, and then I moved in middle school, and everyone like had friends, and I was just kind of there.
You were just there. Were you close? There. So were you close to your family? Is your family big, small?
I have an older brother, a little brother, and a little sister.
Okay, 4.
Yeah. So there's 4 of us,
That's fun. That's like the perfect size family.
Yeah, no, they're great.
So when you're in high school then, how did you start dating Zach? He just saw the mascot and was like, I'm turned on? Like
that really
the bull is really, I need it?
No, that was more of me because we'd been broken up. That was me being like low-key crazy.
Oh, okay. Like I need to be where he is at all times.
Yeah, like I want to mess with him.
Okay, gotcha.
No, but
are you guys the same age?
Yeah, same grade, same age. So how we started dating, he was like varsity basketball. He was just like very tall, like everybody, very loud. Like everybody knew who he was. Very loud, like kind of obnoxious, class clown, like, you know, that guy. And I was not. And so I just thought he was like, so like we had never really interacted because I'm like, he is just this like larger than life character at school.
He's prom king.
Yeah, like literally he is. Like everyone knows him, everyone loves him. So my really good friend at the time started dating his best friend.
Okay.
And they were like going out a lot. So then I would like kind of tag along with her, you know? And then he would start being there like more and more often. But like he also had his like other cool friends that he'd hang out with, but he'd sometimes hang out with us.
I'm like trying to picture you not being cool and I just like can't. Like I picture you being prom queen.
You're
like,
so nice. I thought I was cool. Like to my core, I thought I was cool.
So you never had like confidence issues?
You know, like, I don't know. I feel like I thought my confidence came from me being like, you know, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm my own person, I guess. And like, I always like thrifted. I never really got to go like back to school shopping. So I was like, I am wearing the most bizarre clothes, like all like these hand-me-downs from my parents. But I'm like, I'm going to pull it off. And like, it's going to be unique and like cool. I don't know.
You're just born confident. That's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. It came from like other places, but yeah, and then we started hanging out more and more, and I kind of thought he was messing with me at first because he'd like respond to like my Snapchat story and be like, you look so cute with like a heart, and I'm like, stop, don't be mean, like don't mess with me,
like come on.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it for a really long time that he like actually liked me. Then he called me one night and he told me he was like pacing his neighborhood. It was so cute, but he called me and he told me he liked me.
Aww.
Yeah.
Were you guys juniors or seniors?
Juniors, yeah.
Juniors. Oh, high school love.
Yeah.
So like, was he your first boyfriend?
No, I had boyfriends before him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like middle school?
No. I mean, like, you talk to somebody in middle school and stuff. But my sophomore year, I had a boyfriend.
So senior year, did he go on a mission?
No, he did not go to mission.
Okay. So was your guys' plan to go to college together?
No. So we dated for like 6 months.
Okay.
And then we broke up junior year.
Oh, yes. So the relationship didn't last.
No, it did not last.
I thought you guys broke up and then got back together, but no.
No, we got back together like way later.
After.
Yeah.
Okay, so you break up.
Yeah.
Were you down bad? Like,
yeah. The most down bad I've ever been.
Well, you were a mascot. So
yeah. So you could tell where my brain was at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was down bad. Like, I was so heartbroken, like way more than I have been with any other guy. Yeah, I was so sad. And it was hard because like he, like I said, he was in that friend group. So then like after that, I had like no friends. So I was like double down bad, like crap. Like I am like on my own here.
Yeah, that's no fun. How'd you guys rekindle then? When did you rekindle?
It was so far. Like, he always kind of kept like reaching out and stuff. And he'd like text me or whatever. And like we'd hang out every so often. But it wasn't until, and like he visited me once at Pepperdine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like again, like I was dating other people, he was dating other people. It wasn't until like I moved to Utah. He was like, "Can I just come say hi for 5 minutes?"
Because did he move to Utah after?
Yeah, he had been in Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd always been there, and I was like, "Fine, 5 minutes." And then he came over and we just like talked all night
and fell back in love.
Yeah. I was like,
would you say he was your like first love? No. Really?
Yeah.
Who was your first love? You don't have to say their name, but how old were you?
I mean, it's so hard. Okay, my first, like, what I thought was love, I was probably, like, 14.
Oh, my gosh.
I really liked this boy.
Okay.
And then my sophomore year, the boyfriend I had.
Yeah.
Really, like, not, like, nearly where I got with Zach, but I did.
Like, that was the first time you fell in love?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was, like, the first time.
So, you go to Pepperdine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go with any friends or did you go completely by yourself?
Because I was on a like, you know what? I have no friends. Really. I'm like, I just need to start new. And I want to meet new people that I don't know. And it's going to be a completely new experience. And I love the beach. I love the sun.
Yeah.
So I was like, just sign me up for Pepperdine. And I didn't know anyone.
Were your parents a little nervous? Were they like, we're just letting you leave?
They loved it.
They were excited for you?
They were all for it. Yeah.
Did you get a scholarship? How did you pay
scholarship?
For it? You got a scholarship. Okay, so you're smart. Well, we know you're smart because all the schooling that you've done now, but you got a scholarship to Pepperdine. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people understand how like huge that is. That's really freaking bad of you.
Thank you.
So were you bummed that you had to like say goodbye to that with COVID?
Yes. It was a really hard decision because like Pepperdine was the first time I had friends. Like I had so many friends I loved. I was meeting so many people like, and they're very non-judgmental people, just like a whole, coming from like a pocket in Mesa.
Yeah.
It was like eye-opening just to meet all these wonderful people. And I was in a sorority and I loved them. Like I loved all of it. Like it was just so social. The academics were really hard, like really hard. Those were the hardest classes I've ever taken. But I was like, I'm willing to do that because of the experience. So it was so hard to decide to transfer. I was like, it was really hard. But like COVID was just a hard time, It was a really hard time.
What sorority were you in?
Kappa. I was a Kappa Gamma.
Kappa Gamma. Yeah. Did you ever do like the party phase or did you stay true to being like the good Molly Mormon girl?
I was like, it's so funny because I feel like here everyone asks about your religion. There, no one really asks. Like that's not the most important part of somebody.
As
like
it
you know what I mean?
Be. Yeah.
So no one ever really asked. And I think not that many people really noticed at first that I didn't drink. So to answer your question, like I didn't drink, I didn't party. I'd go to parties.
Right.
Sorry, I'm like,
no, you're good.
Smacking the microphone.
You're fine.
I'd go to parties. So people love me because I was like the DD, like the perfect DD. Like they know I can always drive. And I love tonic water. Like I'm a fiend for tonic water. So I'd always just drink some tonic water. And I would go out to parties, have fun. And no one, I think, really noticed that I wasn't drinking. They didn't really say anything.
And that was probably really good for you, like you said, to get out of that bubble where, you're in high school, you probably weren't around a lot of that. And
and anyone that did, it was like, oh my heavens.
They are the worst. Like, what are they doing? They're bad. Like, they're naughty.
Right? And it's like, no.
Like, no. So that was probably a really good experience for you. I loved it.
Great people.
Yeah. But then to go from Pepperdine to BYU, because that's what you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a very polar opposite type of school vibes. Yeah. How did you transition to BYU? Did you like it at first? Were you like, did I make the right decision? Should I go to somewhere else?
Yeah, I think it was really hard because I definitely did not have the experience I had at Pepperdine. I didn't make like any friends really. And like the social thing was, I'm like, oh, I'm back
There's no
in
sorority.
Mesa. Yeah, like it was just like people had their friend groups. I didn't really meet anybody new. Like, of course, a couple people from high school are up here, just because like they all come up here.
Yeah.
So like I knew a few people, but I didn't really get to meet like I didn't have, like I went from having friends and like going to parties and doing all these things to like nothing at all. Like just school, going to and from. And then, I mean, the good thing is Zach. Like I did.
Because you guys had rekindled.
Yeah, that was great is I had Zach. And I did like a couple things here and there with people and tried to meet people, but it wasn't the same.
Did you always want to go into nursing?
Mm-mm.
So when you were at Pepperdine, what was your plan?
So I was they have like no majors. Like I think there's maybe 9 majors you can choose from.
Really?
So I was it's because it's a small school.
Yeah.
It's just everything's small.
Small and bougie.
Small and bougie. Yeah, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I loved it. But I was doing exercise science.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you passionate about that, or was it just mostly because that was...
Oh, wait, the name of it was sports medicine, but it was like an
sports
exercise
medicine.
science. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
medicine. Yeah.
But nursing wasn't even like an idea yet.
Oh, like I remember one of my friends there telling me like, oh, my sister's thinking about going to nursing school. I'm like, why? Like that seems like a really hard job. Like why would they do that? Just not on my radar at all. Like,
do you have any like family members that are nurses?
No one.
Okay.
No one in like my proximity is in nursing yet.
So at what point did you decide, I think I want to be a nurse?
So I was honestly about to graduate BYU, and I had transferred. I was doing exercise science at BYU. Great classes, like I loved the science classes. That was always like my strong suit was science and like anatomy. And I was about to graduate. I had like 1 semester left, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, I was working as a PT aide, physical therapy aide. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I was like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. So I called my mom. I started like looking into more things. And I knew the program was super hard at BYU. But I was like, with nursing, there's like so many opportunities. You can go into so many different types of things. Like, it doesn't just have to be bedside. Like, so many things. And it's just like right up my alley. Like, I love all things like that. So I was like, Mom, I think I want to go to nursing school. So originally I wanted to graduate and then go to a private nursing school here because they're quick. And I was like, I'm so done with school. I want to be quick. But how would I pay for it? They're so expensive. They're like the most expensive thing you can do. So I was like, I literally couldn't afford that. So I was like, I guess I'm doing BYU nursing program. Like, I'm so scared. But I did all the prereqs and then I applied.
And how was nursing school? Because you're graduated now.
Yeah.
But when I have friends that like go to nursing school, they're basically like dead for the next 5 years. Like it's like, I'll see you when you graduate.
Yeah.
Like they eat, sleep, breathe.
Yes.
Nursing school.
Yes.
So was that kind of how it was for you, where that's all you did was nursing school?
To me, I mean, I was dead anyways. Like, it's not like I was doing anything. So I was like, sure. Like, I can hunker down and just study. I didn't go anywhere, do anything. Like, even on Sundays when I'd like go to my grandma's house, it was like, I gotta go. Like, I need to go home and study. Like, every day, all day was like my life was run by nursing school.
And what was Zach doing at the time?
He is amazing. he was at UVO. He's still at UVO.
Okay.
So he's in school too, and he was working. So he was busy. And like by that time, we've known each other for so long, and I think that was really helpful for our relationship because, I mean, anyone that's dated someone that's either a nurse or in nursing school knows like it is hard because there's so little left at the end of the day to give to anybody that it's like it's just hard, So he was a trooper.
Did you guys get married while you were in the middle of nursing school?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to talk a little bit about your guys' marriage before we talk more about nursing.
Okay.
So when did you know you wanted to marry him? Because how old were you when you got married?
I was 22.
22.
Yes.
And he was 22 as well because same age.
Or was I 23?
Same
No,
thing.
22. I was 22.
You're 22.
Okay.
I was 22 when I had my first kid. So
Okay.
I am a child.
Yeah.
Okay. But you were 22. When did you know, like, I'm going to marry Zach?
So it was about like 2 years of us dating. The second time. The second time around.
The out of high school time.
Out of high school time. Yeah. And like I feel like there wasn't like an exact moment. I think we have just gotten to like a point in our relationship where we're like, okay, we are so ready to like take the next step. Like we're just so sure of each other. Like it almost was like, what else could we do but get married? Like that was so great. And there's so much pressure to be married. Like I'd say like that didn't affect me as much as I think it affects a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Because like my parents are don't get married till you graduate and you're 27 and like wait.
Yeah.
But for us, we were like, we just feel like this is the next step for us. We've known each other for a long time. We've dated for a while. Yeah, I think we were ready. Yeah.
Well, I'm planning a wedding during nursing school.
Do not recommend.
Like, how'd you do that?
Never again.
Was your mom super helpful?
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Because I feel like you would need like basically an assistant
yes.
to help
so
plan all that.
Zach's mom was super
and
amazing.
It was in Arizona,
And
right?
it was in Arizona, which again.
Like you were here and the wedding was in Arizona.
Yeah. I feel like honestly I got to a point where I had no bandwidth to do anything. That I just agreed like, oh yeah, my parents and his parents in Arizona, we'll do it in Arizona. Like I was just so, and that's what I'm sad about is I did not enjoy, even though I know everyone has like a hard time planning. It's hard. Mine was like almost traumatic because I had nothing left to like enjoy. Like I was so stressed all the time that it was a nightmare.
Because did any part of you, when you found out you were going to go to nursing school, were you kind of like, well, maybe we just hurry and get married right now?
Oh, heavens no.
No.
I thought I'd get married after nursing school. Like that wasn't on my radar. Yeah. Because kind of a joke in nursing school, like across the board is like you get married. Like it's very common in nursing to get married before you graduate. It's just like a funny thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, that's never going to be me. Because like so many people in my cohort are married. Like, no. But it just happened.
It happened.
Yeah.
And you looked stunning. I was telling you how I stalked your wedding photos and you looked absolutely gorgeous. But I did notice something that I wanted to ask you about because I feel like it's an interesting topic that I know I wish I would have done what you did, which is when you came out of the temple, you wore the most stunning dress, but your back was showing.
Yes.
And everyone knows when you go through the temple, you get endowed, you wear garments. Right. And that's like something that you wear a dress that fits the garments.
Right.
And that's what I did. I got the dress that covered the garments. And I wish I would have gotten a dress that I really loved, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. And so I'm curious, what made you, I guess, have the confidence to make that decision to wear a dress out of the temple that didn't have garment-worthy coverings on it?
Yeah. So this is so funny because I thought nothing of it.
Really? That's amazing.
Thought nothing. Like, and now that I hear this question, I'm like, okay, maybe a thought could have been had. Like we walked into the bridal shop and that was the first question because it was Utah one. And they asked, is it going to be garment friendly or non-garment friendly? Because they're going to pull things. I was like, oh, non. Like, like what? No. And my grandma was like, oh. And I was like, what? Like, I just thought nothing of it. Because I was like, I don't wear them at the moment. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I had never. And I'm like, maybe I should have paid more attention in church. But that didn't cross my mind to get a garment friendly dress.
Wait, that's actually...
probably bad.
I actually love that because that means whoever you were surrounded with like didn't have that pressure on you and you never like felt that need where like I felt a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So I actually love that you didn't even think twice about that because that wouldn't even have been like I can't even fathom me. And I grew up in a family where like my dad's not Mormon, my mom is, but just like my in-laws and just like everybody, like all my friends, everyone, like I can't even imagine being like, oh yeah, by the way, like, I'm not wearing these outside. Like, I'm changing. So nobody said anything.
I mean, I'm sure there was things said, just not to my face. Like, I'm absolutely sure. I don't think my mom or my parents thought anything or said anything.
Yeah.
And definitely none of my siblings are, like, close family. Like, that would have, I don't think at all. But I'm sure other people.
I think my Utah culture bubble is showing right now. Because, because that's something that when I saw yours, I was like, wait, good for her. Like she walked out of the temple without garments on. And you're like, literally didn't even think anything of it.
Did not occur to me. But like, again, like Mesa bubble is very similar to Utah bubble. Like hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore. So like there is a bubble there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's things said and people did not like it. But
it was gorgeous. I
loved it.
Where did you get it?
Pre-Shea.
It was so unique. For those who go follow, you guys already do follow Kennedy, but go look at her wedding photos. It was so pretty and unique. I had never seen a dress like that before. Was it the first one you tried on?
So no, it was like in the midst of things. And I already knew, like I showed them the sleeves I wanted. I was very particular about the sleeves. I just didn't know like this situation.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, most likely that'll have to be like custom because dresses don't normally come with those sleeves on it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to find something that like fit here. And then she like pulled out some fabric and like would make the sleeve just to get an idea. And then we fully like customized the whole dress.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They're incredible. They did an amazing job.
Well, it looked so amazing. Other than being stressed with school.
Yeah.
Did you get to like have a honeymoon where you got to relax or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we planned it so it was right because my nursing school isn't year round. It's like a college schedule. So we get a summer. So it was right after like the semester had ended. Nice. It was summer. So we could like relax, go on a honeymoon, move in, like all the things. Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah.
And then you start right back up with nursing school.
Right back to it. Yeah.
But at that time, you were already doing social media a little bit, right?
Yes. Yes. I started at the end of my first semester of nursing school.
So what made you want to like start taking social media seriously? Or did you not essentially start to be serious and it just happened?
I would say I didn't have expectations going in. It was mainly like I downloaded the app the night before. TikTok. And I was like going through, looking up cute girls.
Because did you have an Instagram following?
Yeah. No. Oh, no. Just like your normal that you have.
Like
a couple
1,000?
hundred. No, like a couple hundred. The people
okay.
you know.
Okay.
Like close-knit things. Like, yeah. So it was just like a normal Instagram. Gotcha. Like nothing crazy.
And this was 2022?
So this would have been, yeah.
Because you got married in 2023, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Sorry, math is
no, you're good.
Circulating. Yes. So I downloaded it and I just became obsessed watching these videos. Like I found Annabelle's page and I was like, I'm in love with her. I'm buying everything that she says. Yeah. Right now. I purchased it. And I was like, I love this. I feel like I could make a fun, cute video. Like, why not? I don't know. It was just like a random spur of the moment thing. So the next day I was like, I'll film getting ready for lab. So I filmed like a funny little cutesy get ready with me, like not talking, there's just music, putting on my jewelry. And I think that was one of the things is like nurses don't normally wear a lot of jewelry and I had like tons on. Yeah. And I had like I think I had like a slick hairstyle or like clips in my hair or something. And then it did really well. And I was like, I'm addicted. I'm going to keep doing it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And when do you feel like it started to grow really fast? Because obviously you start at zero. So like when was it like, oh, I'm in the 10,000s, 20,000s? Like when did you notice that rapid growth?
So I would say like within the first like week of me posting, it kind of went crazy. Like not a week. Okay, that's a little dramatic. Maybe like within the first month of me posting. Okay. Like I was gaining a lot of followers, and then I finished nursing school and it was summertime, and it kind of was just like chilling, Yeah. And then that next semester, I was like, okay, I want to keep up with the nursing stuff. So I posted like a little day in my life, but it was super short, like a little nursing day in my life. Yeah. And that like went crazy, and that's where I started to really grow, like really, really, really grow. With like my nursing school day in the lives. Those just like did really well.
Do you feel like the algorithm was pushing a lot of nurses towards you? Like, do you feel like you have a lot of nurses that follow you? Yeah. Because they like wanted to like see people that were doing the same things as them?
I would say probably more nursing students or just students in general.
Gotcha.
But definitely like a nursing community as well. Yeah.
And when you were in school and you're like getting all this growth, were you making money through social media yet?
Yeah. So I would say around that time is when I started making like money.
And did that make you question finishing nursing school, or were you like, no, I'm finishing?
That was never like an option for me. Like I never let that be an option because like school, like I was just born like and raised in school. Like academics is like the most important thing. Education is crucial. Like you need to have your education. It was very like academic validation runs deep in me. Yeah. So like there was just no not finishing nursing school.
Gotcha.
Even though, like, I mean, I'd be like, I hate this. Like, I want to, like, quit. But, I was going to finish.
You were never going to quit.
Yeah, like, it's not an option.
Like, that's what you're made to do. You're just a smart girl, which I appreciate. Because I know a lot of smart people who are like, I'm really smart, and then they don't use it. And I'm like, if I had your brain, I would cure cancer.
See, like, I don't even think it's smarts, though. I think it's just, like, psycho dedication. Like,
that, too.
I will force myself to do well. Like, it doesn't come naturally. Like, some of my other siblings are naturally incredibly smart, just naturally. Like, it's scary. For me, I feel like I have to work like 10 times harder than like maybe like a smart person to get to where they're at. Like, I don't know.
Well, I don't want to discredit all your work because you do work really hard. But I do think you are very smart because I look at people like you and I'm like, I wish I had first of all, the dedication to even want to finish school. I feel like I would have been the person where if I started making money through social media, I'd be like, bye, this was fun, you guys. Have fun finishing. See you later. That's awesome that you stayed. So you're on TikTok, you're making money through TikTok, you're in school. What was one of like the hardest things about balancing TikTok and school? Because like we said before, nursing is like exhausting. Okay. Yeah. It is the most dedicating school you can go to. You're doing it all day long. The hours are crazy. And then TikTok, to like make money through TikTok, you have to be very, very consistent with your posting. So like, what was your schedule? Like, how did you make those two work at the same time?
Yeah. So like, even when you start nursing school and you like sign the syllabus or the handbook or whatever, it says like, don't work more than 10 hours. Like, it's just not going to be possible for you. And the amount of hours I was putting into social media. And it's hard because I never really talked about it because it doesn't usually get taken well when you say like this is hard. But like on top of nursing school, like I was waking up at 3 a.m. to like film videos before my 5 a.m. clinical. That was going to be 12 hours long. Like I was going like on my bathroom breaks and editing in the bathroom. Like my lunch breaks, I would like eat while I'm editing, like trying to post videos, trying to do emails, trying to look at contracts. Like I would stay up late trying to plan out unique hairstyles to do for like my nursing stuff. Like that would actually like turn out cute. I would go on like sometimes I'd have like little trips. Like I went on a couple brand trips sometimes, like trying to like finagle that because you can't miss a day of anything. I would just from like the earliest of the early morning until like the depths of night, I was like editing, like trying to find trends, trying to find sounds, trying to come up with hairstyles, different content ideas, meetings, Zooms, like so many things. So it wasn't a balance, honestly. It was like me just driving myself into the ground. But I like loved both. Like I loved it, you know?
So you never felt like it was like a problem, like an obsession where you're like, maybe I need to take a step back? Because even like I noticed myself being almost addicted to like always posting, having to schedule like, oh, I didn't post something today, I have to post something. Like, and then it becomes like a problem. You're like, why do I care so much? Did that ever happen? Or do you feel like you had a pretty good head on your shoulders when it came to like your posting?
I would say like decently, like, because if it was like a holiday or birthday, something like if I'm with friends, like I wouldn't be, you know, filming or posting or videoing, stuff like that. But I definitely put a lot of pressure on myself. And I just like inherently do that. Like I'm going to put my 110% into nursing and my 110% into social media. And like I can't not do that. So it probably wasn't good how much I was doing both. But at the same time, like I was doing well in it. So then like it just fed into it, like to keep going. And like part of it like was connecting with other nursing students and like, you know, kind of sharing the misery and like, you know, just like meeting a lot of people that way. So that was kind of a cool way to connect with other nursing students going through the same thing. So it probably was a bit of a problem, honestly. But like, that's just, I don't know.
That's how you are. You're a go-getter. You seem to be like the person that always has a lot on her plate and is like doing the most. Is that just how your family like raised you? Or were your parents super hard on you academically to like be successful?
Yes. Like I think they were hard on me, but they also knew like I could handle it. Like their thing was always like, if you're doing good, you can be doing better. If you're doing better, like get to your best. Like they're always pushing me to like go to like great extremes.
What do your parents do for work, if you don't mind me asking?
So my mom is a teacher. She teaches anatomy, actually. I feel like that's where I get a bit of like loving anatomy. And then my dad works in solar. He does like sales, solar stuff.
Okay, so they both work.
Yes, they're both working. Yes.
And so they saw that they wanted their kids to have an education. So
my mom, like they both were, but my mom especially was like, you need your education. Like it's the most important thing.
Was that ever hard growing up?
Yeah.
How do you feel like it affected like who you are right now, other than the fact that you always want to be the best at what you're doing?
I mean, I think like it just runs so deep, the like need for like academic validation and like to be constantly busy and like working hard and like having a lot on your plate. Like it just is like this thing in me that like I need to do. And I feel like a lot of nursing students have that academic validation thing going on.
I think they need to have it.
In order maybe you need to have it to like get through it.
It's so hard. You might as well need that validation.
And I think right now for me, it's hard for me to like let go of things and like de-stress and like just not have to give 110% to every single thing. You know, it's a lot of pressure to put on my, like no one else is putting it on me. No one's telling me. It's myself. And that's hard because you can't escape yourself, you know?
Is Zach like that?
No.
So we
balance.
That's how me and my husband are too. You need that. You need that.
I need it so bad.
Because are you the breadwinner right now? Like, that's amazing.
Like I mean, at the moment, yes. And like, because we started out as just these poor college students. I was working $10 an hour. Like he was working at Tucano's, like both not making very much money. But he's been really getting into, he does crypto trading.
Oh, very cool.
Really good at it, and like I think part of it is like his like when he fixates on something, he gets really good at it, and he's doing really well in it. So like, pop off, Zach.
Pop off. That Bitcoin.
I'm like, I don't know what it means. Couldn't explain it, but he's good.
He should talk to my husband about it because my husband
should chat.
He's always talking about stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's fake money. That's not real. He's like, no, it's real, and I'm like, I'm like, can I go buy groceries with it? No.
Like where is this?
So like, what are you talking about? Yeah. No, I don't understand crypto at all.
Yeah.
But that's really cool that he has something that he is passionate about and likes.
Really good at it. And it's awesome. Yeah.
But obviously social media is what's providing your guys' life. Like you bought a house.
Yes.
That's huge. Yes. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What did that feel like to be able to buy your first home?
It didn't feel real.
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't feel real. Like, I don't know. And I even had a hard time telling people that I was buying a house because I felt so, not undeserving, but like, I just didn't feel like it just was really hard. Like, it was hard to tell people, especially like my nursing friends. Like, I was so nervous to tell them, but they were so like, we're coming over and we're going to do like a girls' night. And like, they were so amazing, but like, I was so nervous about it. So I feel like it took a long time to sink in that like, I bought a house. Like, I worked hard to get there, like, to let myself like enjoy the fact that I bought a house. You know what I mean?
No, that's incredible because you are how old right now?
20, I just turned 24.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
24, bought a not just a house, but a beautiful house. Like that is amazing. You should be so proud of yourself. Yeah. So now that you're done with school, looking back, what would you say was like the biggest learning experience in school?
I really, because I feel like you've gotten a feel for my personality and like how I approach things. I think I really learned to let things go. Like I was such like all growing up a fighter for every single point, every single little thing. Like if a teacher made a mistake on a test, like I would email them, I'd come to office hours, like all the things because I was just like such a fighter. Yeah. And I learned to let so much go in nursing school. And I feel like that's something that helps me now too, is to be able to like let things go and not let it keep me up at night and not let it stress me out. So I feel like that was a big thing, and just like learning to be professional. Because you're put in situations where it's like, is this happening? But I need to like remain put together. Like I can't just freak out right now. So
what was the craziest thing that you experienced in nursing school? I feel like nurses have the craziest stories.
Yeah. I mean, I like so many things, like all the craziest things, like from, doing like codes on somebody where you have to do CPR, like is just jarring as this, like I was probably 23 at the time, like a 23-year-old doing CPR. Doesn't feel like it should be legal, but it is. And it's a lot, it's
a lot of pressure.
Yeah. But I feel like the biggest moments where I had to learn to be professional was like interacting with other nurses. Yeah. Because doing social media, this sounds bad, but I'd kind of almost pretend I don't do like I would never mention it. Yeah. When I was at school or at the hospital, like that's that Kennedy. Like now I'm nurse. Like I was just separate. I never brought it up. And I think it was a bit of a struggle to do social media and then go into like the nursing environment and be like with nurses.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know how much you know about like the nursing culture and stuff.
I don't. So
but like one of the sayings
feed it to me.
Nurses eat their young. I don't know if you've heard that.
Okay.
They can be a little tough. They can be a little rough. But like utmost respect. I love nurses, of course. Like I went into it. Like it's incredible.
Kind of like in sororities where they like what is it? The haze?
Yeah. Hazing? And you have to like work your way in and like earn your right to be there. Yeah.
Like your sorority and seniority.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Seniority. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I never like talked about it or shared it because it's just hard. There's just no winning with it.
Do you think you got picked on because of your social media?
So like it only really happened twice where it was like pretty bad. Normally for the most part, people didn't know, like, or they never mentioned it. Like we just didn't address it. They were amazing. Like almost every single nurse I've ever had has been like incredible and just like so motivational and inspiring and like really good at teaching. But there has been like a couple. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but today's episode is brought to you by Bohm. Spring is approaching, and if you're looking to refresh your wardrobe with stylish, effortless pieces, you need to check out Bohm. Founded by two sisters with a passion for fashion, Bohm brings you timeless, curated styles that make getting dressed so easy. Whether you're shopping for breezy dresses, statement tops, or the perfect denim, Bohm has everything to elevate your spring look. Get 20% off with code 20JOSIE at checkout. Head to bohm.com, BOHME.com. And again, it's code 20JOSIE, JOSIE for 20% off. And thanks, Bohm, for sponsoring today's episode.
Experiences just with nurses. And
can you share one?
Yeah. Like one was where, I don't even know, there's a couple. Let's see.
Share the one that triggers.
The one that's worse.
The one that triggers you the most where you're like, oh, I have PTSD from this.
Yeah. one that like probably hurt the most, like really hit deep, was my capstone, which that's like your last semester.
Yeah.
You're basically working as a nurse. It was in like my dream place as an ER, like a place I wanted to work. Like I wanted to get a job there.
So you wanted to be an ER nurse?
Yeah.
Do you still want to be an ER nurse?
Well, after this, I don't know.
Okay.
I loved it. I had a nurse at a clinical one day, and she just changed my whole perspective. Like I loved her. She was incredible. So I wanted to do it. So she was the one that got me like my position, like as a capstone there, because it's really competitive to get that. So I was really excited, and I was like ready to bring my A game. Like I am going to work here. Like
you're
I'm going to do it. Yeah. Like I'm just going to be the best student I possibly can. Like if you tell me to lick the floor, I'm gonna lick it. Like I will be the best student you've ever seen. Like I was trying so hard.
Yeah.
So I'm with like my preceptor and like whatever, we're going throughout. Like, you know, it's hard being a student. You feel stupid, whatever. But you get to a point where you start taking on your own patients and charting on your own. You're feeling pretty confident. And my preceptor had left me, and I was just like finishing up with the patient. And then I was going to go to the break room because it was like our lunchtime. And he left, but to get in, you need a badge, and I didn't have one that gets in. So I just asked another nurse that I had like chatted briefly with another time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey girl, could you let me into the break room? She's like, oh yeah, sure. Like, I'll take you. So she takes me, and like we're walking, and she like turns to me. She's like, you know what? I really like you. And I was like, oh, I like you too. Thank you. And she's like, I know a lot of people here don't like you, but I like you. And I was like, oh. And I remember just like being like, oh, and turning and like walking into the break, like to the hallway to the break room. And I was like, oh, my heart sank. Like, I was like, that hurts so bad. Like to be told to your face.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying, sorry. I don't even know. No, this is the thing. I don't even cry about the story anymore when I tell it usually.
No, but like, now I feel like a bitch. I'm like, tell the most triggering
No. You're so fine.
No,
You're so
but that
fine.
would be, that hurts anybody. Like hearing that people don't like them, and they don't know that people don't like them.
And I thought I was, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying so hard.
Like, I thought I was doing a really good job, and like I had friends.
Like I'm like, I thought I had friends. I was talking to people. I was like trying to like mingle with all of the ER nurses and like help any nurse that needed help any aide, like CNA, like whatever. Yeah. The techs there, like I'm helping. So I just like, I was like, no chance I'm eating. So I was like, I'm too upset. So I went into the bathroom.
Did she see that you were visibly upset?
No, I turned my back immediately. Like, and I was like, like I was so, I went into the bathroom. I just like cried. I cried. Kennedy. And I was texting my friends because sometimes they have their capstones at the same. So I was like, are you guys, is anyone here? None of them were there. And I called Zach, and he's like, do you want me to come down there? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, no one's going to say that. Like, that's so mean. Like, da-da-da-da. And I remember just like, no.
Knight in shining armor.
Yeah, he was precious. I'm like, also, it was like, 2 a.m? I'm like, you can't come down here. Like, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But I just like remember looking in the mirror, and like, I do lots of hair clips and stuff. And I remember like taking out my hair clips because I was like, I feel so dumb. I'm like, I feel stupid. They all probably laugh at me. Like, walking in here, they probably just think I'm like a joke.
Oh, Kennedy.
But it's fine. Like, I'm good now. I'm good now. So that was like one of the things where I was like, wow, like, is it going to be hard for me to find a job without like, you know, nurses like talking about me or being mean to me? Like, it's just hard.
As an outsider, I feel like I can say genuinely that I feel like if they didn't like you, it came from a place of jealousy. I feel like that's majority of the reason why people don't like people is.
And that's what I really hope. Because I'm like, if they met me and really thought that, like, that makes me so sad. Because I'm like, even to the extent I was trying, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
Because obviously with social media, you grew to a place you were because people do like you. People do like your hair videos. They do like seeing your day-to-day. They do like seeing you being a nurse. They do like all those things. So I can honestly say I'm pretty confident that anyone who had a negative thing to say was jealous, because what you did build is incredible, and it provided a life that you have now that they won't be able to get nursing, which is really effed up. And like, it's horrible, like, because they deserve it. They are the ones that deserve it. Yeah. And you know that better than anyone because you are that. You do that. You have seen nurses give CPR on people coding and doing the hard stuff and telling people that, you know, family members are not in a good place and things like that. Like, and so I think it probably did stem from jealousy, but it doesn't make it any easier to know that people aren't saying great things about you. Yeah.
I think that one just hit hard because how long I had been there, how hard I was trying, like it really, like it was, I was banking so much on it. I wanted to work there. Like I was trying to develop relationships, you know, like it just, in any other circumstance, you know, usually for clinicals, you're there for one day for 12 hours and that's it. And it's like, fine. If people are going to say or do whatever, fine. But somewhere I was trying so hard, it just like hit so much deeper, you know?
Did you ever talk to anyone to like figure out who was saying things or if they were? Because did you ever talk to that girl and say, hey, no?
No, I was just like, I probably shouldn't add any more fuel to any fire going on that I don't even know about.
Yeah.
And I always like will like, you know, ask if you like, I'll call my mom or I'll ask my sister-in-law Brittany. I'm like, what are your thoughts? Like, should I? And they're like, usually it's just better to, you know, finish, like do your best. Like I went back and I was like even nicer to people. I'm like, ooh, then you're really gonna hate me because I'm gonna be even more nice. Like, and I'm gonna try even more hard to like be the best student possible. If like, cause you know, at the end of the day, if people are gonna have that opinion, they're just gonna have it. Yeah. So I didn't ask her. I did mention a little something to my preceptor. I was so like I directly said something, and bless his heart, because it was a guy nurse, and I think he was like crapping his pants when I said. He was like, "Wait, what?"
He was like, "Oh, drama."
Yeah, I'm scared. So bless his heart, he was just like, "Take all the time you need." Like I don't think he knew what to do either.
Yeah, that's hard. When they're like, how can I help here?
Yeah. So I just let it be. And I didn't say anything to like my school or my like my like at school clinical instructor that like oversees it and stuff. She was really sweet. I'm sure if I would have said it something, she
probably would have had a better idea of what to do than him.
Yeah, maybe, I was just scared I didn't want her to get involved or say anything to anyone. And then I don't know.
Were you scared that she could have been involved?
No. Because she was like a BYU older lady that like just works at BYU, just overseeing things. But I just didn't want it to be like
a whole thing
because I just know like so many more eyes are on me. So I just didn't like want to add anything to it, you know, like I just wanted it to like fade out.
Just pretend that you didn't hear it.
Just pretend that like I'm not about to cry every time someone talks to me.
How long did it take for you to like be able to walk in there and get that confidence back and knowing that you're a good student? Because you are.
I would say, because so it happened like on like shift 2 of 3. So I had another shift the next day. And I was like, great. Like, this is rough. I went home. I had my like little sad moment, like with Zach, like whatever. Then I was like, you know what? No. Like, I'm not going to let this make me feel bad. And like, I talked to my friends about it. They were pissed. They were like, let's go storm the ER. I'm like, oh, I love them so much. But that first day back, like I was holding in tears a lot just because I was like, overthinking everything. Like, is someone saying something about me? Like, what did that comment actually mean when they just said that to me? Like, because a lot of the nurses would make comments about the glasses I'd wear. And I at first thought like they were just, you know, actually being nice. And then like looking back, I'm like, oh, I think they were making fun of them. But like, oh well, like I'm just going to keep wearing them. I'm going to wear an even brighter color, you know?
Yeah.
So I'd say like towards the end, I started taking on all of my own patients, and I was charting on my own. I knew a lot more. I was interacting with patients on my own. Like I was gaining a lot of confidence there. And I just kind of had to like reassure myself, because really no one else was. Because the ER is just a hard place already to begin with. Like it's a pretty like all over the place, kind of cutthroat, like a lot of things going on.
I know from Grey's Anatomy.
It's that exactly.
Like I'm very
You're well versed
I know.
In the ER.
I know.
Yeah. So I just kind of had to like just try and boost myself up. Yeah.
It's interesting how you had this experience in the work field, because I hear a lot of these experiences via social media.
Yeah.
Where they get torn apart on whether it's Reddit or the TikTok comment section or whatever. And people are working through what you worked through in that moment in the bathroom, looking in the mirror, crying. Yeah. They're working through that via, you know, screens, seeing what people are saying about them. Did you ever experience that level of like, I don't know, sadness or feeling of I'm embarrassed via social media? Did you ever have those same feelings?
I would say I've never felt embarrassed. Like I've always felt very confident in like the fun hairstyles I do, or the colorful glasses, or the jewelry. Like I've never thought twice about that. Yeah. For some reason, physically being there, that made me feel really dumb. I don't know. That just like was its own thing. But I for sure have had like, you know, mean comments hurt my feelings. Like I marvel the people that say like they don't bug them at all, because I'm like, wow, you're really like incredible. They bug me. Like I'd say I give them like maybe, I don't know, like usually it's every so often. It's very random. Like it's not like an everyday thing. I'll like give it a little bit. Zach can usually tell like what's wrong. And then like in about like a couple minutes, it's like gone. Yeah. And I don't care anymore. So like it does hurt for sure.
But not as deeply as
in person by a bunch of people who have like actually met you and like, you know, been in a work environment where you're trying to prove yourself, to tell you like that was way hard, way harder than just like a message on a screen.
Well, if your friends still want to go storm, like I'm down. Trashers are down too. Like we'll all just go storm because you're like the most bubbliest, sweetest human ever. I can't even fathom somebody not liking you unless again they're
You're so
jealous
nice.
because I do
You're
think
so
that is a
nice.
big factor. So were you excited to be done? Yeah.
I was so excited to be done. And it was sad because it had shifted from me like, I'm probably going to apply for a job here to I need to run out of here as quickly as I can. Yeah.
So what are your plans now that you are done?
That's a good question. So right now I'm just studying for the NCLEX.
I have
Unfortunately,
no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's a boards exam. So it's just like to get my license.
Okay. So you have to do that before you can actually work in the hospital. But you could do like, what? It's not CNA. What's like, could you do anything without taking that test?
So, I mean, like to do anything, you need the license for it. So like an LPN is like a step down from a nurse. And that's something you also need a license for. So I couldn't just do it. Okay. Same with the CNA. I'd probably need to get a license for it. Even though I have, for both of those things, I have everything checked off. I would just need to take a test for it.
Gotcha.
But so you can start, but you could start, like all my friends have jobs. You can start working. And usually there's just like a contingency. You need to get your NCLEX, you need to pass it within X amount of days or dates or whatever. So I could be working as a nurse right now. Like that could be a thing. Yeah.
But where do you think you will? I mean, you did all that work, and I feel like you're the type of person that would be like, I did all that work. I'm going to go be the best ass nurse I could ever be.
Yeah. I think I definitely want to. Like, Zach and I have talked about it. Like, I've put in so much work, and there is such a part of me that does. It's funny because it's like a love-hate relationship. Like, every nurse gets it. Like, there's parts that are just the worst, but then there's parts that are the best, and you can't get them anywhere else but being a nurse in a hospital with a patient. Yeah. So I definitely think I will. I don't know how long or what the whole plan is. Yeah. I still maybe would want to work in an ER, just maybe somewhere else, or in labor and delivery. Those are like the two I have loved and just like would make me excited to go to work every day.
Have you witnessed a couple of births then?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's incredible because like, you know, in school you've seen videos and diagrams and things, but seeing it in real life, like I don't even know the mom. I don't know the dad. I don't know anything, but I'm like crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys. Like, it's such a powerful, extraordinary experience. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I loved it. And it's just like to be a part of that and to like help with that is like the most rewarding thing.
Yeah, no, I think I feel like if I were to be a nurse, I never will be, but like that's the nurse I'd want to be. And I'm bummed because the only way I'm ever going to see a birth is if my daughter lets me in or if my sister ever has babies. I'm going to force my way in there.
You're like, I want a front row
But
seat.
like a nurse gets to see them all the time. Like just to see a human come into this world and just like literally like you can feel God's presence. At least I feel it in my own birth. So I can only imagine every single day like seeing that like would be so cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
So you have TikTok obviously as your career. Nursing is obviously something that you are thinking of that you will do.
Yeah.
Do you want to have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've always known I want kids. Like, definitely, I don't know. It's always something I'm like, I know I will do, but it's not like I know as soon as I get married, I'm going to do that. So probably not for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I absolutely want to be a mom. Like, that's like so amazing. And I'm so excited for that. I think so long I've always focused on school and education. There like wasn't room for anything else.
Yeah.
But now that I'm out of school, I'm like thinking about
what's the next thing that I can give my all to?
No, right? No, right?
You're going to be a phenomenal mom.
Thank you.
And I can already see you doing the cute hairstyles if it's a girl. Like, which did you ever consider maybe going to hair school? Like, were you always good at doing hair growing up?
I have from a very young age. I always did my own hair. Yeah. I was like very particular about it, so I do it myself. And I always loved doing hair. My aunt does hair, and she like taught me lots of hair stuff. Like I can kind of do a little bit of highlights, a little bit of a root smudge. Okay. I like trim my sister's hair sometimes. No like formal education, but just like me doing things. So I love it, but it was never an option. Like it was always like, oh, like college was like the one.
Hair school's not real school in your family. Yeah.
Which is horrible because looking back, I'm like, how fun would that have been?
Yeah.
I'd love it. And it's incredible. And it's
You'd
like
probably also cry in the bathroom there though too. Because I heard
like,
hair school drama.
I'm sure.
Is probably just as bad.
So I totally love hair, but I didn't ever really get to like consider that really.
Yeah. What's been the coolest brand that you've gotten to work with that has to do with hair? I feel like you've gotten a lot.
I love Kerastase.
Okay.
That was when that email came in. I was like, no way. Like, I love them. They're incredible. Their hair products are incredible. Another one was Wet Brush. that was huge for me because I'm like, I love those brushes.
It's every brush I own.
Yeah, right? They're the best brushes. So that was like huge. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I love you guys. I love all your products.
Did you get a manager at some point? Do you have
Yes. I have a manager. Yes.
When did you get a manager?
It was like, so that semester that I mentioned where I started posting the day in the lives, and that's when I started getting emails from managements like,
Gotcha.
Could we meet with you? So I met with a bunch. I met with so many. I talked with a bunch of influencers in Utah, like, what do you guys recommend? What are your thoughts? And then I ended up meeting with Sophie, who I currently have. And just like immediately from the phone call, I was like, I just feel so good about her. Like, I feel like we're friends, and I feel like she's just like such a true and honest person. Like, I don't know. I just got great vibes.
Yeah.
I'm a vibes person. So she had good vibes. Yeah.
Good vibes.
And so then from there, I've had management.
And that probably helped a ton because doing all the emails and the contracts.
It took
on
so
top
much
of
weight
nursing
off
school.
my shoulders.
Yeah. That was probably really good.
Yeah. They're amazing.
So 2 questions, and then we're going to do Trash Topican. What goals do you have for yourself coming up that like you really want to get done?
Mm-hmm.
And could you ever see yourself not living in Utah?
Okay, I'll start with the first one. Goals. I think my goal this year is to like have a good work-life balance and just like take time to enjoy life more.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Like I've just started so many new hobbies. Like I'm reading again. I'm baking again. Like these are such fun. I have time and it's so wonderful. So I feel like that's my biggest goal is to like force myself, because it sounds okay, people are probably rolling their eyes like, oh, you really want to work, but it's like there's like I'm like I should be applying for jobs right now. I should have a job, like
I'm the same way.
So it's like this underlying thing where I'm like I want to like quiet that down. Enjoy
When's your birthday?
January 30th. I'm Aquarius.
Oh, so you're just past Capricorn.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Capricorn. And I was like, I feel like we're giving like the same energy, but you're like even more so. So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
Cool. Gotcha. So you want to be able to have a good balance.
Yeah. And just enjoy, like, I want to travel so bad. That's my
Do you have any trips planned?
Zach surprised me with a trip to London. I'm so
Have you been
excited
before?
No.
That'll be so fun.
I mean, I did do a study abroad, but I like never traveled growing up. So this is like
Where was your study abroad?
Spain.
So did you learn Spanish?
Well, I could speak minimal words. Like I would say I could maybe communicate with someone.
Okay.
Surface level.
But you did nursing abroad in Spain.
Yeah, in the hospital there.
What was that like?
You know, as someone who doesn't speak, especially medical terms, it was hard, but it was the coolest thing ever. Their healthcare is so fascinating.
Yeah. What is it like there compared to the US?
So they have like community hospitals where it's free.
Yeah.
You go in, it's free. Like, yeah, you might have to wait in a longer line because it's free, but you're going to be seen and you're not going to have to pay for it.
With it being free, is it as clean?
No. And like, I mean, I applaud their healthcare and their nurses so much because they're incredible, but yeah, it is a different, but they do have private hospitals. So if you do opt in for paying for insurance, you can go to a private hospital.
Gotcha.
I've never been to one, but I think those are probably a little bit, nicer and different things. But as far as like the nursing care, they're incredible. Like they're so smart, so smart. Their nursing school there is so hard.
Do they speak English to you? Like, how did you even function? That would terrify me.
Yeah. So I was paired with, like, they made sure, because there was like, a big group of us, they made sure everyone was buddied up with someone who's fluent. Okay. So I had the most wonderful gal, and she is fluent. She's fabulous.
Gotcha. So she would translate for you.
Yeah, she'd translate real quick.
Love that.
Yeah.
Because that would be scary.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're going to London.
Yes, but I'm going to London, and it's a dream come true, and I'm really excited.
How long are you going to be gone for?
I think it's 7 days. We're doing 7 days.
So do you think you'll take a train and like head to Paris or do something like that?
See, I totally want to, but Zach doesn't have like the itch to travel like I do.
Yeah.
So like him surprising me was like really exciting because he doesn't really care to travel.
Yeah.
So we're just doing 7 days because it's like, let's just test the waters for him. Because I'm like, I will go for however long and just travel. I love it.
But like a train's so easy, you could just take it for the day.
I know. And so maybe we will.
So
honestly,
it could still be 7 days. Yeah. It's just like one of the days you head to, I don't know, somewhere else.
Maybe we will.
I act as if I know. I've literally never been. Well, I've been, but I like was a child. I don't remember a single thing. Yeah. I want to go.
It's okay. I'll go once and then pretend that I know.
You'll have to tell me all the things. Where to go, where to eat.
I'll probably vlog the whole thing. So
yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Content, baby.
Does
that mean it's a write-off? Like, I feel like...
Can it be a write-off?
It kind of is in a weird way. Okay, and then would you ever leave Utah?
Yes.
You're like...
Gone.
Yeah.
I'm on my way out.
Why'd you buy a house here?
Right?
Like,
that's, I think, a lot of people's question.
Yeah.
My family's here. Not all my family.
So your family moved?
My siblings.
Oh,
my
siblings. Your parents.
And those are, like, Zach's siblings are here, and my sibling... Well, one sibling just left, but sibling here. Yeah. And those are our best friends. Those are, like... so important to us. So we're here for the moment, And we're like, you know what? We can invest in this property.
Yeah.
We can rent it. We
out.
can sell it. We can do Airbnb. Like, there's so many opportunities with it. So for right now, it made sense. And then who knows where we'll go.
Would you want to go back to Arizona?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I
California.
Somewhere different so bad. Yeah, I'd love California, but it's really expensive.
Yeah.
But I would love somewhere else.
Like where?
Probably like a California. I have a friend from there and she has amazing recommendations of where to live because she like knows all the places.
Yeah.
We've thought about like North Carolina,
Okay.
South Carolina.
So like totally
Different.
random.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Just hard because family. That's like the back and forth is like doing something like that. But we like we're both very close with our families. So.
Well, and I do feel like if you were to do it, it's kind of nice to do it before kids because then you don't have to worry about like babysitter issues.
Yeah.
Like you can just have fun and then come back
Yeah.
and be by family when you have babies.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me dumpster deep dive you. But now you have to do Trash Topican. You're going to pick a topic from the trash can.
Okay.
That's where the name comes from. Everyone's like, what is that name?
What does this mean?
I'm like, Trash Topican. It's just all the words, trash, topic, and then I just put can at the end. Trash Topican. So
Perfect.
you're going to grab that little guy and you'll pick one in there and we'll both answer it.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay.
Hopefully you can read the handwriting.
Oh, wait, no, it's fabulous.
Oh, it's not mine. It's Carly's.
Oh, she has cute
I'm like,
handwriting.
if they're mine, you really can't read it.
No, it's cute. If you could have a lifetime supply of anything, what would it be?
Ooh, lifetime supply.
That's so good.
Mine would be tsunami sushi.
Delish. I love me
Like
some sushi.
just like a chef on hand at all times. Like, hey, make me that roll from tsunami, and then just done. Like
Okay,
I'm a
wait.
foodie. Like I don't
Yes.
care about anything else. Just like lifetime supply of food.
Wait, yes. I would want a chef. Like, are you kidding? To just make me things.
Make your favorite thing all the time, but
But
specifically
I can't
tsunami
steal
sushi.
yours. I can't steal
no.
yours.
You have to do something else.
I'll do something else. And, because it would be food.
Like-
it would be like, I like your
let's be
idea.
real.
Lifetime supply of anything. I love my Peloton classes. So, like, if I could just not have to pay for it and it's just like a lifetime thing, love.
Have they not sponsored you yet? I feel like you got
I have worked with them,
Okay.
but I do pay for it.
Okay.
Like, I bought my bike. I pay for my subscription. That's all me.
Lifetime
Yeah.
supply of You're
me
such
the
a
Peloton.
go-getter. No. Like, I'm like, I want food. I want to ride a bike all day.
No, it's just literally because it's expensive. I'm like, that could knock off our monthly bill.
And, no, that's true. That's true. But they're worth it. I've heard they're great.
They're so fun. It's the only workout I can stay consistent at. Anything else, I can't.
Really?
I
Does
can't.
your crotch not hurt?
It builds immunity.
Okay,
It
cool.
works up to it.
Because that's every time I do a class, I'm like, nope. No, thank you.
It hurts, I'd say, for 2 weeks. You got to give it 2 weeks. and then something happens.
A callus just melts.
It sounds so suspicious.
Over, but I'm like, do I need to start wearing a maxi pad to these
literally.
classes to
Literally.
like get a little cushion or something?
Literally.
But okay, lifetime supply of Peloton classes.
I would love that.
Love.
It'd be so fun.
We can split. I'll give you some sushi. Do you like sushi?
Yes, that's why I'm like, that
cool.
would be my answer.
So yeah, I'll
like
give
Zach
you-
and I got it literally last night. Yeah.
Where do you go? Where's your go-to?
It kind of, so we have a tsunami really close to us.
Yeah,
so
tsunami
we love it.
is the best.
Amazing. And we also love, it's the one, what is it even called? It's this little teeny one back in like Provo that I would go
it's
to.
in Provo?
It's teeny tiny. I can't even remember the name, but Zach and I,
Kyoto?
it's like nostalgic. No, I don't think so. It's like nostalgic. We'd always
Okay,
go
gotcha.
there after like, a fun little like that would be like our celebratory place. But I don't remember the name. It was teeny tiny Provo little sushi place. But we loved it.
Sushi's like, it's my love language. Like if anybody ever wants to like get me something, take me to sushi. But like specifically tsunami sushi. Tsunami or wasabi. Have you been to wasabi?
No.
It's in Draper. You should go.
Yeah, never been. I'll
Those
have
are
to
the
add it to
only
my list.
two that in Utah that I like actually really like.
Yeah.
All the other ones I'm like,
Meh.
But like when you have your go-to rolls, you just kind of want that.
And you just crave those.
because it's expensive. You don't want to go somewhere and
You're
get
like, I'm not going
rolls
to
you
mess
don't
with
like.
some random
No,
roll.
No, and
that
then it's like, ugh.
yeah, and it's going to be expensive and
Yeah.
it's not going to be that great. And then you're
No.
like, meh. Yeah.
You want to
need the
get
good
what you
one.
get. What's
Yeah.
your go-to at Tsunami?
I love, is it called, I love the Sunset.
Sunset with the one with the lemon on top?
Yes.
Okay.
Where it's the salmon, lemon,
that's
and
Sunset.
it's kind of like starting to bake it. Love.
Love. I like the sunshine. Have you had
Sunshine. What's that one?
That's the yellow
Oh,
yellow
yum.
roll. Have you ever had it?
Never have tried that. Ever.
You got to get that next time.
I will add it to
I'm
our
actually
list.
shook that you've never had the sunshine. That's
I'm
like their
shook
most
too.
popular one.
But again, it's like I don't branch out.
Yeah, that's right.
I stick to what I know.
Okay, well, now I need freaking sushi. Now I'm
I know,
starving.
like,
Oh my gosh.
Zach?
Well, thank you, Kennedy, so much for coming on Weekly Trash.
Thanks
This
for
was
having
so much fun. You are the best, cutest person ever. And I can't wait to see all the things you do in TikTok and in nursing. I'm excited to see what you end up doing with that.
I'm curious. We'll see. I don't know.
Would you ever do like injections? Like go get your, what is that? You need
injector license.
license.
Yeah. You just need to like do a course for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like love. That's another, my best friend's older sister does that in Arizona, and she's like the cutout of what I'd want to be. Yeah. She's fabulous.
Because I feel like you're such a perfectionist that you would be so good at it.
I'd like to think I'd be good at it. I think it'd be so fun and just good vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes all around.
Good vibes. Episode of the podcast episode name. Episode of the podcast. What am I saying? I'm having an actual stroke, Kennedy.
This entire time.
Diagnose me, please. Like, what is wrong with me? The title of the episode is going to be Good Vibes. Good vibes with Kennedy Lyons.
Wait, good.
Love it.
Yay.
Great.
Amazing.
Love you. Thanks for coming. Have the best week, you guys. And don't forget to take out your trash. Bye.